You slept in another man's bed and nothing happened.
It wasn't him.
Nothing happened, right?
No, it wasn't
Then
him.
who was it?
If you had any doubts, why did you name him after you?
I've asked her for a DNA test since day one.
Something like this, the truth is always going to come out.
People lie. Science doesn't. The DNA's not going to lie to me.
Desiree says she's tired of her ex-boyfriend, OJ, constantly denying her 4-year-old son. You see, OJ says he can't be the father because the boy's blood type is different than his. But Desiree says she will prove him wrong with the DNA test. Take a look.
In life, I've learned two things. People lie. Science doesn't. The DNA's not going to lie to me. I would say I definitely need a DNA test to find out if Desiree's son is mine. He's been eating at me for the past 5 years. I was together with Desiree for a year, but a month out of that year, we were not together. And in that month, she pops out pregnant. I've done everything for this child. There's never been a time when that boy needed something and I wasn't there for him. He's my son. I'm the one that stood by her during her pregnancy. I'm the one that cut that cord, and I'm the one that's been raising that boy since he was born. He even has my name. I am in every sense the word daddy. Now, biologically, she lied to me. The day I was at the hospital, the doctor did a blood test, and me and her are both O blood types. The only thing that we can make is an O blood type child. And it came back that my son was A positive. All my doubts started right there. I am scared to death. I hope that I'm wrong every day. How can I not doubt when she's evading a DNA? When she keeps changing her address so the courts can't serve her? I don't feel like he is biologically mine, but he's mine in every way that counts. The little boy means the world to me. His first words were daddy. That's all I need to know. That's my boy. If she says that her husband is more of a father to my son than I am, then I would like her to remember that they've only been together for a few years. He hasn't had to put up with all the scrapes, all the boo-boos, all the marks and crying and fevers, the teething, the diapers, the pull your hair out moments that a father does. Now I hear that she's having her son call Wesley dad. It's ridiculous. He can claim any title he wants, but he will never be dad like I am. If the DNA test says he's not my son, I will feel cheated. She lied to me and she lied to this boy. The person who would be hurt the most out of all this is our son. You know, we could have done this years ago. At this point, she's just being selfish. When you come out saying that a child might not be yours after 4 years, that's going to take its toll. If he is mine, it'd be the happiest day of my life. Bottom line is I love that boy. Regardless of the DNA results, he's my son. She's never going to get rid of me.
The doctor didn't tell him about the blood type. He Googled it on Google, on the internet. Like, the internet lies. You're going to believe everything Google says? For one. And for two, my son does call my husband dad. But in the beginning, when me and my husband got together almost 3 years ago, he wasn't dad. He was Wesley. He would call him dad, and I would refreshen him, let him know that's not your dad, that's your stepdad. You can call him, you know, Wesley. You can call him stepdad, you know, whatever. Just let him know, you know, that's your stepdad. That's not
Wouldn't
your
that be a little
biological.
awkward, though? Hey, stepdad.
He does it on occasions, like when his bio father is around, when
Right.
OJ's around, he calls him, my stepdad told me to do this.
Sure.
He calls him stepdad. And he hears rumors from his friends and his family. Some say it's not his kid. Some says he looks just like his kid. Y'all seen the pictures. He looks just like his kid.
Is there a possibility that OJ's not the
No.
father of your son? 100%.
Not 100%. I am 100% sure that he is the father of our 4-year-old.
Now, he does talk about this blood type, which I looked into a little bit before the show. And if two people have a certain blood type, they can only produce a certain blood type. So are you, he said you're both O positive, I believe?
I'm O positive. He's O negative.
He's O negative.
Yeah.
And he's saying that you can only have a O blood type baby. And your baby's what?
A positive.
Well, doesn't that give you a little cause of concern?
It doesn't give me no cause of concern because I know who I've been with.
Right. Is OJ a good dad?
Financially, he does everything he can for his kid. There's times he's helped me with my water bill. He's helped me with my electric bill. If little man needs something, if our son needs something, he's there.
Right.
He helps with it. But like, as far as being there for his kid, he comes over for an hour or two and then leaves. And then there's times where it's just, oh, I have this to do, I have that to do. I'm sick of lying to my child, telling him why his father can't come to the house. I'm sick of my son saying, does my dad still love me? Why doesn't he spend time with me? My 4-year-old shouldn't be saying that. And I've confronted OJ with it, and I've talked to him. I've cried on his shoulder. I've explained the situations. My son has even told him how he feels. And it's just lie after lie after lie, and I'm sick of lying to my 4-year-old.
Does your husband and OJ get along?
They did. They get along fine. You know, he comes to the house. There's never any fighting. You know, OJ has even stayed the night at my house, you know, once or twice. He stayed the night at my house. Everything was fine and dandy. But now I'm seeing that apparently he has different feelings.
What if it turns out he's not the father?
It won't turn out that he's not the father.
You're not worried about that?
I'm not worried at all.
All right, let's meet your ex, OJ.
All right, first of all, I just want to clear the air here. It's not just the blood type. I've asked for DNA several times in the past. In a courtroom, you said no. Personalized DNAs, you said no. As a matter of fact, I bought a home DNA test, and you flipped out about it.
What led to you guys being on the stage now? What drove it to the point where you're like, I gotta have it? Rumors.
You slept in another man's bed and nothing happened.
It wasn't him!
Nothing happened, right?
No, it wasn't
Then
him!
who was it?
What led to you guys being on the stage now? What drove it to the point where you're like, I gotta have it? Rumors. Did he ask you to take a DNA test?
At the courthouse?
Yeah.
What happened was we went to the courthouse. They asked for a DNA test. He decides to tell them, as we're not sitting in a courtroom. We're sitting in like a private room with the judge and the other attorneys. We're sitting there and they asked about a DNA test. He comes back and says, oh, I don't think he's biologically mine, but I love him and I care about him and I'll be there regardless. So they just looked at him, they're like, well, you know, he's 4 years old. You gave him your name. If you had any doubts, correct me if I'm wrong, if you had any doubts, why did you name him after you?
Exactly.
Why did you sign the
my
birth
name.
certificate?
But did they offer to take a DNA test?
Yes, and I told him I'd do the DNA test, but he was too scared to do the DNA test.
You told the court system no.
We do these stories all the time where the parents are fighting over the kid. And the fact that you say he's supporting him financially and that he's there for whatever you need, gas bill, water bill, whatever, and he does come over a couple times a week. Honest to God, that sounds better than 90% of the stories that we do.
It is. What I basically want is
What
I
are you
want
upset
him.
about today? What's?
I'm upset that he's denying his son. Like, it took you 4 years. Like, it's
But he's
been
not
in and
denying him.
out.
He's financially supporting him.
Yeah, he's
He
financially.
comes every week, right?
Yeah, for the most
So it
part.
doesn't sound like he's denying him. It sounds like, hey, man, I want the truth because the blood type, the fact that you slept in bed with another man, he has doubts.
He has his doubts, but it's still to the simple
Now,
fact
is anything going to
of-
change for you if this DNA test comes back and it's not your son?
Absolutely
Biologically.
not. Absolutely not. If anything, I'd never be happy to be wrong.
Right. Because you're on the birth certificate, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so if it doesn't come back, it's like nothing's going to change for you, right?
No.
You're going to still be there and still support financially.
To me, that's my son, regardless of what this test says. It's just like an adoption.
Do you have any problem with Wesley? You know, this whole thing about maybe your son calls him dad, but you know,
Not really. I mean,
Right. I mean,
he's
at
there.
some point,
He's a
he's-
stepdad. At some point, that kind of connection.
And you don't
is
have
gonna
any
grow.
hard feelings
I have a
towards Wesley,
stepfather.
right?
No.
You don't have any hard feelings towards him. Well, let's meet your husband, Wesley.
Hey, baby.
How you doing, Wesley?
All right, how's it going, Steve?
Good. Like I just asked him, he says he has no ill feelings towards you whatsoever.
No.
Do you have any ill feelings to him?
No, I don't have any bad
And
feelings.
what do you think of OJ as a father?
He could step up a little more, be
And
more
how
of a man.
so? What is he lacking in?
Coming around, seeing his son, you know, just being there more.
Yeah.
You know, that's all I want from him.
But he
really.
does come over a couple times a week.
He does, yes.
Yeah. And he
does.
supports financially, which has got to be a relief to you, right?
It's like a 50-50.
Yeah,
Right.
It
But
gives me
still,
a
some
break.
guys, when, you know, in
I
this
still do
situation.
more than most fathers out there.
You-
A lot of people
course you would.
with
You're
these kind
his
of doubts
father. I
wouldn't
would
even be there
But
at
what,
all.
I would
the point I
expect
was
you to do
making is
more.
there's a lot of dads that don't.
Yeah.
Okay, OJ, you know, I just want to say, here's a guy, and I don't even, why, I'm just curious, it's nothing to do with this story, but why did you guys split up?
Me and him, to be honest with you, me and him are best friends, and he can vouch.
Yes,
me and him are best friends. Like, I love my husband. Me and him are better off not in a relationship. We don't clash as boyfriend and
Okay,
girlfriend.
and that makes a lot of sense. And it seems like you've been very civil. She said that you even sleep over at their house sometimes.
I slept
Yes.
over there one time, and that was in the morning when we went to get the DNA test.
Okay,
He
and what
knows
happened with
he's
that
more
DNA
than
test?
welcome.
Oh, for this test?
Yeah, for this
Yeah.
test.
Okay, so he really never slept over before that.
No.
When I lived at his sister's, he would stay at his sister's. When I
Okay.
lived
Yeah, I
at
was visiting family.
Okay, what I'm curious is, what led to you guys being on the stage now? What drove it to the point where you're like, I gotta
Rumors.
have it? Rumors.
It just got to the point where I was sick of hearing it, she was sick of hearing it, and the more
to
time
move on.
drug on, I needed to know,
Okay.
and she
Well,
knows.
you went and
I'm
got
getting
this
sick of hearing
DNA
it.
test. You're here to find out, and let's read the results. OJ, you came, you took a DNA test, and the results for that DNA test is
This is a life. This is a child. Life is not something you get to choose who the father is.
OJ, you came, you took a DNA test, and the results for that DNA test is OJ, you are not the father.
There's no way. Oh my God.
No. Wow.
Get away from me.
Come here. There is no way.
You lied to me for 4 years of that boy's life. And to me.
I never cheated on you. We were split up when I stopped
And you
coming
slept
up,
in
I told
another
you
man's
that.
bed and nothing
It
happened.
wasn't him.
Nothing happened, right?
No, it wasn't
Then
him.
who was it?
It wasn't him that I was at his house. I already told you before we came on the show. You
And you
asked
expect me to believe you like you lied to me the last 4 years. You want me to believe you now. You've been lying to me this entire time.
You asked me if I slept with anybody else before we came on the show, and I told you yes, and we weren't together.
That's not the point.
So
You
it's not
told me-
cheating.
You told me 100% fact that that boy in those pictures was mine. That's an Oscar-winning performance out of you. 4 years you went on with that lie.
You can like not spit in my face.
4 years you went on with that lie. And you come on national television.
I made a fool of yourself, love.
What? I'm sorry,
I'm-
what did you just say?
She come on here to make a fool of herself now, and I don't want to say that because I'm here for you, but it's not right.
Because you've been under the impression, she's told you, like she's just
Right.
told us,
Yes, sir.
100%, this is OJ's son.
Right.
And so it's got to be even shocking to you that this came out like this.
Yeah.
He knew I slept with somebody else. We weren't together.
Well, listen, only.
not the point.
I just met
That's
you.
not the point. The point is, this is a life, this is a child. Life is not something you get to choose who the father is. You sit down and you lay with a man, you own up to your responsibilities to that action. You're gonna be the one that tells OJ when we get home. Not me.
Why should we have to tell him?
'Cause he has a right to know.
No, when you said
He has a right to know
I
as much as I
understand
do.
he has a right to know, but he knows you as his dad, and you clearly.
That will never
Let
change.
me talk. You clearly said you were not going to walk out of his life.
I'm not walking out of his life, but by God, that boy deserves to know the truth.
He will know the truth, but at 4 years old, he's
You
not
gonna
going to
raise him till he's
understand.
12 and then tell him?
He-
And put that in his head?
He's not going to understand. He's 4.
It's best to get it out of the way now. That way he doesn't question it when he's 12 who daddy is. When I was 4, I would have given anything for my dad. Anything. I had a right to know who it was. You took that from him. And you certainly lied to me.
Do you know who the real father is?
Yeah.
You do. Have you known?
No.
You didn't know?
I had no idea.
I don't believe that.
I mean, I knew who I slept with.
But you had to have some idea he could have been the father. Why would you, if you knew that OJ wasn't the dad, why did you let the charade go on for as long as it did?
I didn't know he wasn't the dad. I knew the other person that I slept with,
The fact that when
but
he
we
brought this whole
weren't
blood
together.
testing up, which, you know, like I said, I looked up and it's a fact. Why, at that point, would you say, you know what, we better go take a DNA test?
I told you to take a DNA test.
He wanted one.
I asked you for one in the freaking doctor's room. I asked the nurse, is it possible for 2 O blood types to have an A-positive child? And she said she is not at liberty to discuss that and had a doctor go in the room and talk to you while I was not allowed to re-enter.
It was his pediatrician that come in the room, not the doctor. And they didn't talk about blood types with me.
I find that hard to believe.
Okay. I don't know the situation. I wasn't
Well,
there.
I mean, I think OJ's been quite frankly honest. And I do think that doctor probably went in and said, hey, you know, if we give you this DNA test, it's going to come back that he's not the father, and probably did explain the blood test to you. And I do believe the doctor has a chart there with all the information of mom and dad, and he did know your blood types. Is there any remorse for the pain this guy's suffering?
Yeah.
I mean, for 5 years, almost 5 years, he's believed that this little boy's his, and you...
I prayed every day that I was wrong. Do you know what that's like? To pray that you're wrong? That this child that calls you daddy, that looks up to you in every way? You have any idea? Said you bring me here on national television in front of the world. You wait till you're in front of the world to look like a fool. You are going to tell that boy. And you are going to tell his biological father. Because he has a right to know that he has a kid out there.
You know what? You made a mistake. And as much as he was praying that hoping he was wrong, you were praying that the truth never came out. Why don't, you know, here's your chance. The guy's in pain.
I'm sorry. I really hoped you were the father of him. You're great with him. He loves you. I know this is probably going to ruin our friendship, but I don't want you to lose him. I don't want him to lose you. You're great with him, and he loves you.
OJ stuck with me for the rest of his life.
I know. I'm thankful for that.
But you are. I swear on everything that I believe in, you are going to tell that boy. And you are going to tell his biological father. Because he has a right to know that he has a kid out there.
And that's a good point. And I want an honest answer from you. Does this other guy, who's the biological father, does he have any idea that it might be his? None. He never questioned you? He never said, hey, you know, you got pregnant about the time we slept together?
It only
But
happened
how
once.
does that happen, though? How do
That's
you
all it
sleep
takes.
with a woman and 9 months later she pops out a baby and you don't question it?
Well, that's why I think, no matter what you say here, I think, you know, I don't know if I believe that 100% either. But listen, I don't think you went out of your way to hurt him. I don't think you're an evil person or anything. I think this has got to be a very complicated situation. And you were hoping, because you were best friends with this guy. So I don't want to come down too hard on you. You caused this guy a great deal of pain. And I don't know how this other guy's going to feel that for 5 years he didn't know about his son. I mean, that guy might be feeling some pain when he finds that out, that he missed on the first 5 years of his son's life. And, you know, even your husband here, well, no, honey, it's 100% OJ's. It's 100% OJ's. And, you know, it's got to come as a shock to
I was
him.
wrong too.
I just think when you have that big of a lie, it's going to blow up in your face, which it did, and it hurts a lot of people, not just you.
I take full responsibility for my actions. I'm not going to sit here like everyone else and be like, oh no, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. I take full responsibility. Okay. Full responsibility. You hate me, that's fine. I understand. I was wrong. And I would be the first one to admit on national TV, I messed up. I messed up. And I am truly, truly sorry.
Well, I think one, you know, I think everybody appreciates the fact that you're taking responsibility.
I do.
But I think you have now to say, okay, I hurt you so bad, and one of your wishes is to tell our son that, you know, well, and I think you got to kind of respect his wishes there.
I will.
Maybe not you run home tomorrow and say it, but
Yeah.
you pick a good time, maybe you'll be there too, and I think at some point you do definitely have to contact this other guy and let him know he's a father. And get a DNA test just to be 100%. You came here, you got the hard truth. And sometimes it's not always happy to get the truth. But you got it. You can put to bed the, you know, the doubts that you've had, and you can move on from here. And like she said, and that she's hoping for, and I'm sure the little boy, I'm sure he still wants you in his life, and
I wouldn't take him out
hopefully
regardless.
that doesn't change for you. And listen, you don't have to say anything right now, because I'm sure your head's spinning a million miles a minute right now. But think of the little boy, make good decisions.
You know, the only thing I can think about right now is the pregnancy. Out of all this, you know, I finally had that little boy. First boy in my family. And you lied to me. I named him after me. And I never stopped loving him.
I don't expect you to.
And out of these years, you have dragged me through the mud. Said every bad thing about me that you could have possibly said.
And you haven't done the same, OJ?
I was right!
I'm not talking about that. You haven't put me down on other occasions. We
With
both,
full-
50-50, we both done it. I take full
I
responsibility
had
in my
full
half.
right to do so. You were the one lying. I didn't lie. I faced the truth 100% all the time,
I didn't
every
lie.
day.
I didn't lie. I told
There's
you
a
that I
right
slept
and there's
with
a wrong
someone
at the
else.
end of every day, and whether or not I like it or not, but there's a high road, and by God, I will take it.
Okay, but I didn't lie to you.
You did lie to me.
How? I told you I
When
slept with someone
that
else.
boy was born, you didn't say it. It took me about a year and a half to get that from you.
Okay.
Who do you hurt more out of all this? Do you know what? I must be in pain. I am. That's nothing compared to what you put our son through. At the end of the day, I'm going to get over it. At the end of the day, that boy's still wondering who daddy is. You did that.
And this makes me question, what about our daughter?
Thanks. I appreciate that.
The man's got every right.
No.
Really?
I don't
that
mean to
doesn't really have
open
anything
another
to do with
can
it.
of worms, sir, but do you have some doubts about your child?
I'm not saying that I doubt it, no, but I'd still like to know
Well,
for
this
sure.
this has got to scare you a little bit, right?
It does, yeah. It
Okay.
does.
And listen,
I don't want to say anything that's going to hurt my wife because I love my wife.
and you seem like
Nothing's gonna change.
you seem like a very decent guy,
You know?
and just like OJ seems like a decent guy, and she's very lucky to have two decent guys in her life. But at some point, if you want to talk to our producers and maybe get a test done to put any doubts that you might have, because I'm certainly this situation does put doubts in your head,
it
at the
scares
very
me a
least,
little bit.
whether you want to admit it or not.
It does.
I'm really impressed with you, and I hope that you find some peace. I hope that you get to a good place with this little boy. And again, I do feel sorry for you, because what a tragic situation that you had to go through all these years, the doubts, wasting all that time, wondering, and that's terrible. Again, I don't want to be too hard on her. You made a big mistake, but I don't think it was intentional. You got a good husband now. I hope that you go back and put any doubts that he has, make him feel comfortable so your marriage will work. And Is this anything that the show can do for you? You let us know, all right, buddy? All right. I'm real proud of you.
Regardless, if she's not, I'm still going to be there. That does not change anything between us. That's still my daughter.
Let us know if we can help you. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Steve.
Good luck to you. Now, you're back today because we did DNA tests between Desiree's younger son. Have you thought all this time that you are the father to her younger son? One week ago, OJ and Desiree were on my show, and they were heartbroken after they found out that OJ is not the father of her oldest son. But today they have returned, and this time it's to find out if OJ is the father of Desiree's youngest son. Take a look.
When Steve opened up the envelope and revealed that OJ was not the father, I was devastated, I was hurt, I was heartbroken, and I was completely lost. I did not know what to do. OJ was depressed. I could see it in his eyes, and I could see that he was completely destroyed when he found out that our oldest son was not his. We're back today because when we got home, we started questioning if my youngest son was his, because my youngest son, as he gets older, is starting to look more and more like OJ. And now that I look at them both, I see the resemblance, and I want OJ to be the father. And that's what led us here today. We want to know if he is the father of my youngest son. The worst part that pains me about it all is not knowing who the father is of my child. I feel like I've failed. I just want it all to get better, and I want to know. My kids deserve to know, and most importantly, OJ deserves to know if he has a son. Today, I really hope that it comes back that he is the biological father of my younger son. If it turns out that he's not the father of my younger son, I will be destroyed and hurt.
OJ, you were here 1 week ago, and you got shocking results. Even for me, for doing a show for 10 years, it was devastating for you. You're a little boy that you thought was your son. You're helping support and financially, mentally, everything else, and then you find out the little boy. And I'm sorry, how old was he again?
He'll be 5 in December.
He's going to be 5 in December. So that was pretty shocking to you and to everybody that it turned out that he wasn't your son.
The biggest thing is that no matter what, I'm still his father. He's still going to know me as dad. And, like, in the end, like, I'm not really that worried about it later on in life. He's just, when he does learn the truth and everything else for himself, he's going to know that I was a dad when I didn't have to be.
But you were the one that raised him.
Yeah.
Now, you're back today because we did DNA tests between Desiree's younger son. And have you thought all this time that you are Desiree's the father to her younger son?
I had a thought on it when he was born, and I'd asked her, and she told me I wasn't. So I didn't, like, delve too much into it. So. Because
now, when the youngest son was conceived, were you still together with her, or?
It was about a month after me and her, like, officially broke up, like, maybe 3 months. But, like, I'm a man, I own up to what I did. Like, me and her slept together, and then 9 months later, she had a baby, and I'm not gonna lie.
But she told you at that time that you weren't the father.
Yeah.
What makes you think that you might be the father?
It's the overall, like, when I look at him, I'm starting to see family traits that run in my family. Like, it's his bone structure, his eyes, his smile.
So you see yourself in him. And I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but when I watch the tape and her explain why she's doing this, it's almost like she wants to make it up to you. Like, she felt so bad that you weren't the father to her oldest son that she wants you to be the dad to this one because you were so devastated.
There is no making that up to me.
Well, I didn't say there was, but I almost like. I hope that this isn't a case of she just hopes that you feel better, or at least you are the father to one of my kids, because I just think it would be terrible that you would come back and then she's getting your hopes up, and then it turns out that you're not the father to this child either.
You know, I've thought about that myself, and right now I haven't got my hopes up. It's more like I want to know the road I'm on. Whether or not I am his father or I'm not going to just jump into that.
And do you want to be the father of the youngest boy?
Well, yeah.
Right.
It's
because your relationship with him, you've always thought that he wasn't, right?
right.
But you've treated him very well. I understand. My wife told me that if you got something for your son, you also got it for the youngest boy too.
Yeah, I get all three of them, even her daughter. Like, if I feed OJ, I'm not going to watch the other two go hungry.
Right. All right, let's bring out Desiree.
Hi.
Yeah. Nervous?
I gotta say, it's a shame that it didn't work out between the two of you, and I know you're with Wesley and everything now. But I mean, how nice is this guy?
He's my best friend. Like, we've had a very rocky road since the beginning, and with the results from last week, it was shocking for not only me and him, my husband. Like, it was really shocking. I was devastated. I did not expect that.
And how well he's taken it, and
Yeah.
he's not mad at you. He's not
Yeah.
upset with you.
We-
like most guys be like, hey, screw her.
Was really rocky on the show last week, and he said his piece, and I don't blame him for how he felt towards me or anything. I completely understood. But when we got home, and as we were at the airport going home, it was just, I don't hate you, and he goes, you did the right thing, and we've kept in contact the whole time. He still comes and sees his
Well,
son.
it's only been a week.
Yeah, it's only been a week, but it's like
He
we
still
never
wants
got the
to, he
results.
still wants to be the father to the boy, even though he's not biologically.
Yeah.
Oh, I am his father.
Right. I'm saying it was a shock to you because of the DNA results.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. When I watched that tape, well, first of all, let me ask you this. When you did get pregnant and you told him it wasn't your youngest boy, why did you tell him that? You came here and you took a DNA test for the second week in a row. This time it's for Desiree's youngest son, and the results of that DNA test is OJ.
Me and him at that time weren't on good terms. We wanted to rip each other's throat out.
You two.
Yes. We hated each other. You wouldn't believe it as we are now, but we hated each other.
Why did you hate each other so badly?
Grudges against each other and how our relationship ended, basically. But now we're at a point as I can tell him anything, like even if it's not.
So you
between
think
me
the
and
little
him.
boy is his? Your youngest?
It's not that I feel guilty that I want the little boy to be his because of last week.
But that's what I took away from the
Yeah,
tape.
that's what it looks like, but
Like
I
you were like
never-
you're trying to throw him a bone.
yeah, I never noticed the looks of my son, that he looks like him, until him and his family brought attention to it. And then, like, I look at pictures and they do resemble each other, but me as his mom, I still see me and him.
You're really hoping because,
I do. He's a great
a week
person.
later, he gets,
Yeah.
devastating news last week. Now he's here. I hope you're pretty sure that it's his, is
I
what I'm
can't
saying.
say I'm 100% sure that it's his, but I have, my baby, I have that feeling that he's his.
Okay. Now, you and Wesley have a daughter, right?
We have a daughter.
She's your youngest?
She's my youngest.
And how old is she?
She's 1.
She's 1. Now, we offered to do a DNA test on her, and you refused.
We both refused to do it, and then when we got home, we discussed about it, and he doesn't
He's scared to know.
want to know.
I can't speak for Wesley.
Yeah.
But if I was Wesley, I'd be like, the first thing I got home, I'm like, I'm swabbing everybody. I mean, I don't mean to dig in your personal life, but I have to, because I'm the host of the show. But why, I mean, is it a possibility that Wesley's not the father of the daughter?
That's the only one that I don't question is my daughter.
That one you don't question?
That one I don't question at all. My oldest one, I didn't question, then he questioned, then we both questioned. My younger son, we both questioned, because there is that chance, very high chance, but my daughter I don't question at all.
Okay.
I
Let's
would
hope for
think.
some good news for OJ, right?
Yes, I'm hoping.
Okay. Took a DNA test.
Well, I'm going to be good on this either way. It's, if I do, then I have another son. And if not, I mean, I just keep doing
You're
what I
going to
keep
play a
doing.
role in these boys' life regardless.
Exactly.
He's
I mean,
still
I'm
there
daddy.
regardless. He's been there for my younger son since day one, even though when we didn't know, he has been there.
All right, OJ. You're a really good guy. You're really, I mean, get a lot of bad guys, and I got to acknowledge the good guys on my stage. And you're a good guy. You came here and you took a DNA test for the second week in a row. This time it's for Desiree's youngest son. And the results of that DNA test is, OJ, you are not the father.
Hey. None of that is really that big. And the important thing is the truth came out. And we both know. Like, we both know that now. Okay? Don't beat yourself up about it, because
That's the thing, is no one understands. I've made mistakes. We all know. I've made a lot of mistakes, okay?
You've made mistakes, but, you know, these aren't mistakes that are currently happening. You're not doing anything that is going to damage your marriage. I think because of what things have happened in the past, you know, your husband was shocked last week. He was shocked last week. He was shocked. And I do understand, you guys are great friends, even though you did have an, you know, intimate relationship years ago. It's sad, because, a little bit sad. Like, again, you're not shocked, right? Because you never thought that you were the father.
well, I had my suspicions.
You thought
and
maybe.
I thought maybe.
Yeah.
But it's not like I convinced myself that I was, like I did last time.
And the good thing is, and like I said on stage, OJ seems like a really decent guy, one of the better guys that have been on the show. And even though these results have been negative for 2 weeks in a row now, it seems like OJ, obviously, he feels like he's the father of your oldest son. He's going to be involved in all your kids' life, even your daughter, because he's there, and, you know, he's not going to just, you know, focusing on one child.
He focuses on them all.
And I think you probably have changed, and I hope you want to keep your marriage intact and keep
I
your
do.
family
I love
intact.
my husband.
That's good. And you guys are great friends, and listen, obviously you won't be back again because we won't have to give you any more DNA tests, but I wish you all the luck in the future. Take care of the kids, and I hope things work out for you with the little boys, you being in their lives, all right? Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Good luck to you. Thanks for coming out.
But, see you.